The Yankees currently have an open spot in the rotation, and while they could end up filling that out in free agency or the trade market, they could also look internally for a fifth starter option. Right-hander Will Warren is one of the better prospects in the Yankee organization, and he put together a pretty impressive 2023 season that has put him on track for a 2024 debut. He's a ground ball pitcher who can get swings and misses, and his sinker-sweeper profile is perfect for what the Yankees develop well, and we could see him in a starter or reliever role in this upcoming season. If the Yankees don't end up finding a starter on the market, they could end up trying to work Will Warren into that fifth starter spot for this upcoming season. Hello everyone, I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and before we get into today's video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you can know of our next upload. We've got plenty of content coming your way this season. You do not want to miss on what we've got cooking, so without further ado, let's get into the goods. Will Warren was the Yankees' 8th round pick back in 2021, and while he wasn't highly regarded coming out of the draft, the Yankees would make tweaks to his arsenal that would take his profile up a notch. The most notable one was taking his slider and making it into a sweeper, giving him a dominant swing and miss offering that hitters still struggle with, and he would fly through the minor leagues as he's gone from high A to AAA over 2 years with the organization. This past season, Will Warren went 10-4 with a 3.35 ERA across 129 innings, pitching with both the Yankees' AA affiliate in Somerset and their AAA affiliate in Scranton, and he would rack up 149 strikeouts with a 51.7% ground ball rate, and while he had some growing pains in AAA, he finished the season strong and held an ERA below 3.7 in a run environment where the average ERA was north of 5. It was an excellent season for the right-hander, and his pitch repertoire is extremely exciting. Will Warren has a diverse arsenal that can now play to right-handed and left-handed hitters, and it starts with the sinker-sweeper combination that can be downright lethal to righties, as these two pitches generate plenty of horizontal movement in opposite directions. His sweeper generates over 3,000 RPMs of spin, while averaging nearly 17 inches of horizontal break to the glove side, while his sinker runs nearly 16 inches to the arm side. And these two pitches do an excellent job of preventing damage contact and either getting swings and misses or called strikes against right-handed batters. Horizontal movement tends to play better against same-handed hitters, and Warren's two best offerings according to Stuff Plus are his sinker and sweeper. His sweeper put up a ridiculous 161.4 Stuff Plus, and his sinker sat at a 137.1, which would both be arguably the best pitch in their designation across all levels of professional play. It's not a surprise that right-handed hitters only put up a 581 OPS and struck out 29.5% of the time against them in AAA, but we often see that pitching prospects struggle against opposite-handed hitters. What separates a prospect or reliever from a legitimate MLB starter is the ability to handle both right-handed and left-handed batters, and it seemed as if Will Warren would be another arm with excellent stuff that couldn't figure it out against lefties. When he was promoted from AA to AAA, lefties crushed him for a 1.009 OPS and a 603 slugging percentage, with concerns about his lack of strikeouts and high total of walks in those matchups creating plenty of concern, and he would need to make changes to his pitch usage against lefties as he relied heavily on his secondaries and they were getting crushed. September would be where everything would change for him, however, as he decided to up the usage of his four-seamer against lefties by 5% and increased his sinker usage by almost 6%, evening his pitch usage against left-handed batters, and as a result, he held them to a 300 OPS and struck them out at a 29.2% clip in the month of September. It was an incredible month for the right-hander, who put up a 0.63 ERA and was able to generate more strikeouts and soft contact, but why did that shift in pitch usage create such drastic improvement? First and foremost, the reliance on four-seamers allowed him to establish the top of the strike zone and get hitters to expand upstairs when needed. He releases from a lower slot than most arms, and as a result, it allows for his four-seamer to play better than it should based on its mediocre shape. It also improved the effectiveness of his changeup, as there were over 10 inches of vertical separation on the two pitches. His sinker worked really well to generate ground balls and contact on the ground, and the improvement in sequencing has made him a more polished arm than he's ever been. His quick adaptability is one of his best traits, handling promotions in tougher environments quickly, and that skill set should allow him to be one of the better starters in his rookie class. This stuff is also electric, as among starters with at least 500 pitches thrown, he led all of AAA in Stuff Plus and Pitching Plus, and finished 5th in ERA as well, among all pitchers with at least 80 innings pitched in AAA. As mentioned earlier, AAA was unforgiving for pitchers, as the International League had a 5.1 ERA on average, and if you use the formula for ERA+, Will Warren's run prevention was 30% better than the league average arm there. Both his strikeout rate and his walk rate were also better than the league average, and with his excellent ability to keep the ball on the ground and generate soft contact, this should give him a complete profile that can play pretty well with a good defensive infield behind him, which the Yankees definitely have. Now, minor league success is great, and Will Warren definitely has the stuff to handle big leaguers with improving sequencing to go alongside it, but what can the Yankees expect from the right-hander in his rookie season? Steamer believes that Will Warren will put up a 4.30 ERA over 109 innings, and Stuff Plus based projections believe that he's going to put up a 4.10 ERA over 150 innings, which would both be better than the league average run prevention in a rotation role. Comparing him to some of the other options that the Yankees could or may have looked at, his ERA is projected to be better than Frankie Montas's in both systems, and Stuff Plus projections believe he'll pitch at the same level as Shane Bieber. The volatility that comes with projecting for a rookie can create issues with relying on them for a full season, and he hasn't gone above 130 innings in a season, which could create some concerns about how he'll hold up over 150, 160, or even 180 innings. As mentioned earlier, Will Warren does do an excellent job at damage prevention, which creates some upside in that he can overperform his underlying metrics since he's a ground ball pitcher, and that could give the Yankees some certainty that he can get outs even if the swings and misses aren't there early on. Relying on a rookie to fill out a rotation spot in an already volatile rotation can be scary, especially given the issues the Yankees have had with injuries over the last few seasons. With that being said, the Yankees likely aren't going to give Jordan Montgomery or Blake Snell above $25 million a year for half a decade, and looking at the lower cost options, none of them are projected to outperform Will Warren in 2024. Just because it's unconventional doesn't make it ineffective, and the trade market doesn't really look that promising either. I would love for the Yankees to go out and acquire an arm like Shane Bieber, but if the Guardians don't like a guy like Everson Pereira, it suddenly becomes pretty hard to put together a package for the right-hander. It seems like they would want immediate help, and the Yankees aren't going to trade more impact pitching after trading for Juan Soto and Alex Verdugo, and they're almost certainly not going to trade a guy like Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez to land him. Furthermore, while the Yankees have a lot of infield depth, the Guardians do as well, and they have two guys on extensions in their infield, that being Andres Gimenez and Jose Ramirez, and even at first base they have Josh Naylor and then Kyle Manzardo coming up through their system, so it's not like the Yankees are going to have much to offer on that front either. If the market doesn't have the options the Yankees are looking for at the price points the Yankees would want them at, they might be forced to going with Will Warren as their fifth starter, but does that mean the Yankees shouldn't make any improvements? Well, I mean, obviously not. They have a bullpen that's good, but could always get better, and there are still options on the market that could get them better without breaking the bank or investing a 5 or 6 year deal. The Yankees could explore the free agent market and get a swingman and bullpen arm, and for the swingman who could also double as their sixth starter, I believe that Sean Manaea would fit that role excellently. While his ERA of 4.44 isn't exactly impressive, the left-hander added a sweeper at the end of May, and as a result pitched to a 3.60 ERA, and allowed just a 0.64 home run per 9 over his final 85 innings as a result. And when the Giants needed him to fill in their rotation at the end of the season, he gave them 4 starts with a 2.25 ERA and a 3.21 FIP while pitching into the 6th inning or later in each outing. He's made serious gains in velocity after working out at driveline last winter, and this year he's back at driveline working on a nasty splitter that could be a difference maker for him. I believe the southpaw could greatly help the Yankees in a swingman role and give the Yankees a reliable veteran starter in case Will Warren isn't very good or somebody gets hurt. He has a projected 4.24 ERA across 150 innings and could greatly bolster the Yankees pitching staff, and while he isn't a sexy name on the market, he could provide surplus value given the fact that the pitching market is so inflated, and he would likely get a 2-year $24 million deal, which would still give the Yankees room to make a notable upgrade in their bullpen. I think Jordan Hicks would be the perfect addition for that. The team has showed some interest in the hard-throwing righty, and he's projected to get around a 3-year $27 million deal, so the Yankees would be able to add 2 reliable arms that allow the team to deepen their pitching staff and make a great bullpen even better. Looking at what the Yankees bullpen would be for 2024, it's hard to not get excited about what it could end up looking like. Sean Manaea, Scott Effross, Tommy Canley, Jonathan Loaizaga, Victor Gonzalez, Ian Hamilton, Jordan Hicks, and Clay Holmes would be an incredible bullpen that is backed up by arms like Ron Marinaccio, Luis Gil, Clayton Beeter, and Yoendrys Gomez, with the latter 3 being able to start in a pinch, and all 4 being seen as potentially capable bullpen arms. There's also Chase Hampton at the AA level, who's the Yankees' top pitching prospect, and can provide MLB innings if need be, and there's still wiggle room left for the Yankees to go out and make a big deal at the deadline if they need to improve the rotation. On paper, that pitching staff sounds pretty good, but we all know the Yankees have the talent. It's a matter of whether they can stay healthy or not, and that's been a huge issue for the team over the past few seasons, and nothing I say in this video matters if one guy doesn't show up next year. The Yankees absolutely cannot afford to have another terrible season from Carlos Rodon, but as long as he stays healthy and has a normal spring training, I believe he'll be one of the better starters in the league once again. The stuff is excellent, and it didn't take a significant hit last season, with command being a variable that changes due to a myriad of issues, including injury. It often takes longer to see command return compared to stuff or velocity, and he'll be back in action next year with a normal offseason and normal ramp up. I think this could be a big year for Rodon, and I'm extremely excited to see how he holds up in 2024. Nestor Cortez is also another question mark for the team, and he had a 3.66 expected ERA last year, which leads me to believe that he could also be a positive regression candidate. The Yankees rotation comes with plenty of risk, and there isn't much the Yankees can do but pray that the bad outcomes don't happen again. But adding guys like Sean Manaea and Jordan Hicks could certainly help bolster the pitching staff, and if you get a guy like Will Warren to develop into a capable MLB starter, you have a low-cost option and potentially a trade chip at the deadline or next winter. The offense should be pretty good as well, and I think the Yankees should be more opportunistic than aggressive in the starting pitching market, given how inflated it's become. You're never going to be a complete team opening the season, and it's certainly a gamble to rely on a rookie, but Will Warren can end up producing some big-time innings for the Yankees in 2024. What do you guys think the Yankees should do on the starters market? Let us know in the comment section below, and like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell if you enjoyed today's video. We're giving you guys double uploads and the best Yankee content you can find on the platform, and if you want to see the other stuff we've got cooking, check out our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for more content, and we appreciate you guys sticking through for the end of the video. I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.